Welcome. My name is Kathy A, and yes, I know it's been a little bit of time here. Been really busy doing lots of stuff, and I apologize for the delay in getting something out to you earlier than today. I thought I would do my June faves and flops. It is already the end of June. I cannot believe it. This is one of the quickest running months I've ever seen. Anyway, let's just get right into it because first of all, it's been very warm here in Connecticut, and in my office before the AC kicks in, there is this cute little fan they have at the dollar spot over at Target. When you first walk in, they have those little rows of things. They range in price from $1 to $5. Well, this little desk fan, oh my goodness, it is absolutely phenomenal. It's quiet. You can have it on your desk. It gives you a really nice breeze. It's just beautiful. And now it comes with a USB extension thing that you can stick right into your computer, so you can have it right there on your desk, or you can just use any old adapter and put it in there, and then you can plug it in to a regular electric outlet. Absolutely saved me at work. There is an on-off switch. I saw two colors. There was this color and then there was a white shade. And I just thought this color looked a little classier. It's kind of neat. So that is a little desk fan and absolutely wonderful from Target at the dollar spot. To play horseshoes with these. If you are a gal with a larger size undergarment, you know what these are. These are the underwires that go into those bras, and I'm telling you, by removing these, again, horseshoes at the picnic, you could do all kinds of things with these, or you could use them as croquet gates there. Yeah. Take these out of your underwear and you will see 100% difference, and they really don't hurt the support at all. But I tell you, when these puppies are digging into you at the end of a long day at work and you feel like screaming, just take these out of your bra. Just carefully, I cut the inside and pull them through. You just pull them through. And I think they would work as a croquet. Yeah. Well, anyway, that's my life hack for this month. All right, I got a new coffee maker because I brought in my groceries and I stuck them on the counter and I moved them over without looking, and my coffee maker, carafe and coffee maker, fell off of the counter, unplugged itself, and fell and shattered on the floor. And the coffee maker doesn't work now, and the shattered glass was everywhere. So I got something real quick, and it is a travel mug single serve coffee, but it makes like a cup and a half, almost 2 cups of coffee. So you could actually make 2 cups of coffee, I think, with it. So I bought this coffee maker from Amazon. I bought it. It wasn't sent to me. It's not one of those PR things. No cooperation with any of those folks from Amazon. This was my own cash money. Desperately, they're going to deliver it next day from Amazon. $24. And what it is, it's a travel mug with a top. Really weighty, good feel to it. And then you've got this single serve coffee maker. I'll just show you the inside here. You have a mesh cup where you can put your coffee in. And you have your well here where you can put water. And I will just do so. Put 14 ounces of water in here. That's not quite 2 cups. 16 ounces is 2 cups. And then it's going to make about 1.5 cups. So you're going to want to put about 4 tablespoons into the little mesh. That makes a fairly strong cup of coffee. And you're just going to close this till it snaps. Take the lid off your coffee mug. I'm going to stick that right in here. And I'm just going to push the button till the light comes on. And there is a little light here on this part that you can see. And it is already starting to make noise. And what you do is you let it brew the whole 1.5 cups before you lift this up, before you remove this, so you don't scald yourself. It smells good already. Oh, yeah. Nothing more scary than not having a vehicle to make your coffee in the morning. So I just thought that this was better for me and my lifestyle now, because I like to make a hefty tumbler to take in the car for my drive to work. I have a little bit of a commute, and it's, you can hear it now. It smells great. So you can adjust your coffee and you can get whatever type of coffee you want. I mean, I use Dunky because I'm a Dunky girl. I mean, you can use any of those Starbucks things. Or, you know, something else, something more interesting. I recently tried Indian Coffee Traders down out of, I believe it's New Mexico. It's a Native American run coffee shop, and they had great, there was a mix there, what was it? Viva, I think was the blend. Really, really good. So this is filling slowly the tumbler, and it's going to fill it so you still have room to put your cream or coffee in there, stir it up, put your top on it, and you're good to go. If you want to make another cup, just take this mesh thing out, dump the grinds into, if you do any kind of recycling or some kind of, I think is it roses that like coffee grounds? And then just rinse the mesh thing off, put it in there, put in a new thing, put in 14 ounces of water or less. If you want a stronger, smaller cup of coffee, you can do that. So I really like this little device, and it comes in different colors. I saw one that was kind of like a dark turquoise blue, and then there was this color, a white, a black. It might have been a silver gray, I don't know. But it is a plastic, so it's not metal. I like the simplicity of it. It's pretty basic. It's still spitting out there. Okay, I'm going to take this out. I'm just going to show you, we've got a beautiful cup of coffee here, and I'm just going to add in my creamer and just stir that up. And I have a perfect cup of coffee here. Put the lid on. And the lid will close or open here. There's a little ridge there where you can open it, and okay, I got it right. So this little coffee maker, really wonderful little item here. Definitely would recommend something like this if you drink coffee the way I do and you want a nice full hot tumbler on your way to work or whatever in the morning. This is a great little device. So, and again, they did not send this to me. They didn't reach out to me or anything. I just bought this with my own cash money as a consumer on Amazon. So along the same lines of coffee, I wanted to tell you about this because this was awful. This was awful. This is heavy cream powder, and it's supposed to taste like cream in your coffee. And I was looking for ways to get around buying the light cream or half and half at the store, because by the time I get to use it by the end of the week, it's gone bad, or, you know, it's, people are taking it, you know. So I put this next to the coffee maker and I tried it, and it's not even as good as Coffee Mate. I mean, Coffee Mate is pretty gacky too, but it doesn't taste like cream. And they tout it as tasting just like cream in your coffee. It is not. So this was a big waste of money. They have several different versions. They have a sour cream version. They have powdered milk, you know. This was awful, absolutely awful. So I can't recommend it. It was a waste of money, and it messed my coffee up too, which really upset me because then I had to make another coffee. So heavy cream powder, they don't taste like cream as much as these people say they do. They don't, and it does not mix well in your coffee. You have to pre-mix it with hot and then pour it into your coffee in order for it to gel correctly in your coffee. So it's just all the way around really a bad choice. And this. Okay, embarrassing time. As if the croquet racks weren't bad enough. The horseshoe. This is Lumi body wash. Now Lumi, as you know, is that deodorant that you can put everywhere on your body. And this is a body wash. And what this does is it kills the bacteria that causes a smell. And it's great for all of those regions where you don't want to put the deodorant, perhaps. But as far as cleansing goes, this leaves a light film on your skin that kills the bacteria, and your shower lasts all day. Whereas sometimes if you take a shower with regular body wash or soap, by midday you're starting to sweat, and you know it's bad. This actually helps you smell great all day. And this particular one is Clean Tangerine is the flavor. They sell this in Target, so you can actually, there's a lavender one, there's this one, there might be one other one as well. But the Clean Tangerine is pretty tolerable. You don't really smell it on your skin after you use it, but it's really just for your initial application. You can smell it a little bit, but if you're worried about scent, this was developed by an obstetrician. And she made sure it was safe for nether regions and so forth. But this is the Lumi body wash. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Now, I had seen somebody talk about the Gold Bond Crepe Corrector, and it was probably around $26 or so, and I thought, oh, I don't want to invest that much. Crepe therapy. If you have hands that are gnarly, you just put a little bit of this on your hands or arms or wherever you have crepey skin, and you will see an immediate hydration, immediate improvement. It's absolutely amazing. Your skin looks 10 years younger upon your first use. And this is Walgreens' version of the Crepe Therapy Lotion from Gold Bond, and I think CVS probably has their version too. If you see this, or you know, if you want to invest the money in the Gold Bond, this Walgreens version of the Crepe Therapy Lotion, I think this was like $8. Oh my gosh, it's worth trying, especially if you have really old, gnarly, scaly hands that you're uncomfortable with. It's like you can have your makeup and make you look as young as possible, but then they look at your hands and they know you're, you know, an old person. But the crepe thing helps with the ridges on your inner arm or outer arm. Really cool, really cool. This was a really plus. Now, I've seen Babs talk about it, and I've seen Monica talk about it, and I got some too. This is the Ella Frida skincare line, and they sent me a few items too, and it was sent as PR for review. I'm really loving. So this is the Ella Frida Coconut and Honey Aloe Cleanser. This is a wonderful cleanser. It has a light smell of honey to it. It's got a beautiful feel when you put it on your face. It gets your face clean, and it's not stripped of the oils. You do feel that cleansed kind of thing. It does treat your skin really well. So this is the Ella Frida, and this is the cleanser, the facial cleanser. I did like this one. And this is their face moisturizer with retinol. A face moisturizer with retinol. Think about that. This works so well. And twice a week I use my Sex Appeal exfoliator. This works to help keep your skin fresh and bright and clean, and your surface layers of skin that you can't get off naturally anymore, especially as you age. You don't have anything that's helping you slough off the dead skin cells. This sloughs off the dead skin cells, and exfoliating with this Sex Appeal from Sonia Roselli twice a week. The combination of these two things is an amazing skincare routine, and I'm really loving it. What I've tried, and I've been a little shy with it, is the lifting serum. It really does tighten your skin and lift it. And where I notice it is the jowls, you know, where your jowls are, because that's the part, you know, when they sink, these St. Bernard jowls, when they sink down, that's when you kind of can, you know, look a little tired or older, if that's what you deem as bad. These kind of hold things up and back, even if just for a few hours. It's a really nice, this is the Lift. It's just a very light cream, and you would just, it's strongly scented, and you know, I know a lot of people really don't like that strong scent. So it is a neck firming and face firming cream. It does hold things up temporarily. It's a strongly scented item though, and I have problems with the scent. And I thought, gee, should I even talk about it? But I mean, it does firm your skin, even if on a temporary basis. So if you've got some event coming up or something, it will firm your skin. And it works, but I don't like the smell. So so the retinol face moisturizer and the aloe, honey, and coconut facial cleanser, absolutely. These three things from Ella Frida, absolutely wonderful. Totally would recommend. I'm not really into this PR thing anymore, and I probably won't be taking anymore, because honestly, I just don't want to be a salesperson for QVC. I can't do it. I'm not going to. I'm not going to be a salesperson. So this is a company called The Lip Bar, or TLB for short. I hate initials. TLB is The Lip Bar. This is a black-owned company, and they gear most of their products towards people of medium to deeper skin tones, but they do have some products that are quite suitable for lighter skin tones, and this is one of them. This is a concealer from the Lip Bar, and as you know, they were one of those poor companies that was caught up in that whole Morphe scandal there with the lawsuit and the bankruptcy and all that stuff. The Lip Bar escaped with their own contract, and they have their own company, and they're trying to stay above ground. And so I do wish you will help them stay afloat. They're a black-owned company, and they've got quality products. Now, I don't have a lot of their products because, as I said, a lot of their products are toned and colors that really help with medium to deeper skin tones. And they do have, though, quite a diverse selection of foundations and concealers, and they do feature one shade that would work with medium light to light skin tones, and this is a concealer in the shade Ivory. Now, I was looking at this tube, and I was thinking, wow, you know, that's a pretty good deal. It's around 14 bucks or so, you know, 12, 14 bucks. So when you pull it out, whoop, where'd it go? Yeah, that's the size of the product next to the box. So I didn't like that. I don't know. Did Morphe suggest you do this? Oh. Anyway, this is an awesome concealer. I was like, oh my God, this is great. Got a little bit of a doe foot applicator here. just gonna put a little there and there, and maybe just tap it in here. Now it's a light peach color, and it's perfect for aging skin because it dries. It's got good coverage, and it dries down. It is not greasy. It doesn't travel. It doesn't sink into the lines. It is a wonderful concealer. Wonderful. I'm really impressed with it. The formulation is different from any other of my concealers in that it dries almost to a powdery finish, but you can play with it and get it out of those teeny little lines on the inner eye that we all seem to have, the little cracks. Just work it, and it works really nicely. So I totally recommend this, and you know, since they are struggling being part of that whole Morphe madness, that was just terrible on the smaller companies. I felt so bad for the companies that were dealing with the Morphe thing. But the Lip Bar, or TLB, I'm not into it. I hate initials for things. TLB, the Lip Bar Concealer. They sell it at Target. You can get it there. You can get it on the Walmart website online. They seem to tap into everything on the Walmart website. They can tap into other people's sites too and pull products from there. So they've got some kind of I don't know. But you can get this delivered fairly quickly from, if you visit a Target or you go online, you can have it shipped to you. It's around $12, $14. So really, really good product here. I have still been using, this is the Terracotta Latent. Gotta be careful with that word. Yeah. Let me just put a little here. This is a wonderful foundation. There is a little bit of a light scent. Guerlain is the mothership company. It is an expensive foundation, but I only am using a couple this summer, and this is one of them. It's really, really nice, really beautiful foundation in a good assortment of colors. And I'm also using the Gray Lady Down one here. This is the Misha, this is the Perfect Cover BB cream, and this is shade 23. This is the deeper gray. Even though this comes out as kind of a gray color, when it dries down, it does blend more, and you look more like you have a little bit of life in your skin. You're not a corpse. I think it's because of the yellower toned skins where this is developed. It offsets the yellower tones and makes more of a neutral face. Well, on my face, it comes out a little bit gray and lightens up a little bit. So I tend to go a half shade darker with this than I would normally. Really good. Misha, I mean, most of you know about Misha BB cream. I'm using it because it's got a high SPF in it for being outside. I don't want to get skin problems at this age. I got enough stuff I'm dealing with from my past on my skin. So these two have been holding me this month for my foundations. There's nothing really new here. The concealer was new though. For highlighter, this surprised me, and again, you know, I don't know why I do this. It's like an addiction or something. When I go into Dollar Tree, I still look at their makeup. And this looked new to me. This is the LA Color highlighting stick. Highlighting stick, I thought, well, it's just going to be shiny. Maybe it'll stay. Maybe it'll look nice. And it does. You can also use it in here. And you can also use it underneath the brow. This is nice. This one actually, this one twists up, so that's kind of nice. For a $1.25 product, it gives a pretty glow. It's a pretty glow, and it lasted just as long as the rest of my makeup did. This was a hit, actually. LA Colors, $1.25 at Dollar Tree. Who would have known? This particular color is just highlighter 6863. I believe it's 6863. So just look for this. You know, you'll see it. $1.25 at Dollar Tree. Really, really nice. Or you can find LA Colors. You know, in a lot of the drugstores they have these things. Dollar General also carries these, and some of the other cheapy places. You'll see it there. Let's get into eye palettes. The first one, again, I saw somebody else talking about this, and I had tried one I didn't like. So this is called Whiskey Business. It's all matte, so you don't have that fun little pop of shimmer in there, but these colors, these are so nice. These are your basic eye colors. I mean, your basic for any other eye colors. I've got it on today, and I love it. It's absolutely beautiful. The colors, the pigmentation. Really, really nice. Let me see here. Let's see if I can get this. Yeah, it's my skin color, so it's not showing up as well. Yeah, really, really nice. Good pigmentation, lasts all day, even in the heat. I really like this palette a lot. Whiskey Business from Milani. This is probably one of the best smaller palettes for a basic eye that is out there right now in the drugstore. So I highly recommend this. And yeah, I will link all the stuff I'm talking about today below. Alrighty, big excitement for this month. My buddy, Glitzy Fritzy. It is her collaboration with Sydney Grace Cosmetics. Sydney Grace makes a very high quality formula eyeshadow. They're a little on the pricey side, and I have had issues in the past with their color stories not really meshing up to anything I can use. But the quality of the shadows is definitely there, and I am so pleased and proud. Mary from Glitzy Fritzy has her own palette with Sydney Grace. This is the Blessed palette, Sydney Grace and Glitzy Fritzy. God bless her. You know, she had the Sigma brush deal also, and these brushes are awesome. I got one of the original sets, and I still use many of them in my daily life. So this collection is very personal to her, and if you watch her video, and I'll link it below, she explains what she named each of the shades and why each of the shades is here. And I've had so much fun with this palette for the last 2 weeks. I've been playing with it, I've been trying different looks. Let me just see here. I'm going to put some of this on right here because I'm wearing a blue shirt. I think it'll go nicely with it. Pigmentation, formulation, everything's high end here. Oh, why not? This is a 1960s color, but that was called Fritziness. You know how she goes at the end of her video, she does that Fritzy thing. This very first shade here is called My Savior, and what she did was she sent the Wet n Wild shade to the company. The Wet n Wild discontinued their little singles of their eyeshadows, and because they discontinued their singles, this was a favorite of a lot of people's. There was Creme Brulee, and then they took that off the market and came out with Brulee, which is a slightly lighter shade. I personally like the lighter shade. Mary likes the original Creme Brulee, and this is an exact match for that. Now there is a slight difference in the two of them. This one is slightly lighter and warmer, but so is my coloring compared to Mary's. So I think that's why I actually prefer this one, and hopefully there will be another dupe coming out of that But this is a great, my savior, she named it because A, she's very, very Christian religious, and B, this is a great erase shade. So if you put too much of a color on, you can kind of take this and smooth out the edges or go over it to erase it. So it's kind of a savior in that way, and also it's a great base shade for your general eyes. And it is just like the Creme Brulee shade that was discontinued by Wet n Wild. And I think that's great. The next one is Be a Blessing, which is kind of a shimmery, champagne-y color. I want to put that right on the inside here. What I like about this palette is there are shimmers and mattes, and also there are some warm tone, mostly neutral to cool tones in here. And this cup is called Buttercup, My Buttercup, and this is her homage to Mel Thompson, because she called her Buttercup. I'm just going to put that on the inside here. And this is a palette you can play with and have fun. You know, you can play with the colors and have fun. And there are mattes, and there's the perfect mattes in here. There's like a light matte, a white matte, and then you've got a couple of transition colors. You've got a neutral transition, a warm transition. Cinnamon Girl is definitely a nice warm transition that I would use in the just above the crease to transition my colors to blend correctly. The deeper shades down here, we got one that's a deep color. That's ME After 60, which is Mary Ellen After 60. It's a deep gray shade, which she likes. And then this shade reminds me a little bit of Comfort Zone, the original Comfort Zone palette that we all went gaga over back in 2014-ish, around there. This is a duochrome shade that goes from green to brown to, yeah, this is great for under the eyes, which I have it under the eyes today. Really nice shade there. Silver one, the High School BFF, is a beautiful silver. I don't know if I can do this. Put this right in the middle. So just to play with this, you can have a lot of fun, and you can always erase it. If you've done too much or gone too far, you can always take it off. It's just eye makeup. This is a lot of fun to play with. This one, Pope Manji, is what her little sister called Popcorn. Perfect white shade, very pigmented. You can put it right here in your inner corner to brighten up your look. I actually also tried the Be a Blessing as a highlight, and I think it works nicely as a highlight if you like more of a light shimmer that's more of a champagne color. It works really nicely as a highlight. And also this shade, which is called PETA, which is like the animal group. This is a really nice for the crease. Also for the edges, you know, if you want to do the outer edges there. That's a really nice shade. You can also use that for contour on your face, which I think works nicely for that. I think Mary did an awesome job curating this, because you've got this purple, which is Shy Guy, that's her husband. I wish I had a man that brought purple into my life. This is a beautiful kind of a duochrome magical shade. Let me just put it over the top of this. And this is just a pretty shade. It's magical. It enhances the look, just like Shy Guy enhances her life. And they just absolutely, they're so cute as a couple. Yeah, there's just some great shades in here. This is an awesome palette. I do recommend it, not just because I like Mary and because I want to support one of our own, but I think, honestly, this is one of the best palettes of this season. It's got colors that you can play with for summer. You can put a pop of a color in. You can blend the colors together. It's got your basics for your basic eye. And then it's got something if you just want to go something simple, or if you want to add a little dash of drama, why not? Add a little pink in here. There's a lot of colors here, but what I like about this palette is that these shades stay put. They stay put, they don't move, they don't smear, they don't crease, and they don't flake all over under your eye. There is no fallout, even with me screwing around with my finger on this. This is an amazing palette, really, really good work. So, Mary, outstanding job. The Blessed palette, and she always says, you know, if you can't be a blessing to somebody else, or something like that. At the end of her videos, she always mentions that, you know, if there's no blessing in your life right now, you be a blessing in somebody else's life. You know, she says something to that effect. Really, really wonderful palette. Mary, great job. Very proud of you, girl. And the brushes I'm still using. I still got one. I don't know if they're dirty or if I got one. I got a couple here. Here's one. I got one here. Yeah. Sydney Grace, Glitzy Fritzy. And if you use the code Glitzy Fritzy, just the name, Glitzy Fritzy, you'll get 15% off, I think, off of the cost. It winds up being like 44 bucks or whatever. You may have to pay shipping, but, you know, if you find other things on their site, they sell other stuff too. But definitely. And also, too, I think as a bonus, she's got a deeper shade version of this. So there's like 2 palettes. And if you have a deeper skin tone, you will like the other palette because the shades here kind of coincide with the deeper skin tone. So, and some of us lighter skinned people are like thinking, now maybe I should get the deeper skin because I can, you know, have fun with them too. So I don't know, I might do that. But I paid my own cash money for this. She did not send this to me. And there's no Cartier shade. Come on, Mary. Come on. The Blessed palette, really fabulous and good for you. Glitzy Fritzy, one of our own here in the mature makeup and beauty community. And they give you this little butterfly sticker as well, because we're all blooming as we age, correct? Alright, not happy am I with this palette from Urban Decay. I thought I would love this for summer because it's got these kind of greeny, bluey green shades. It's got some orangey, summery shades. It's got maroon. I figured it could transition into August and then early October with these shades, and they're just crap. The longevity isn't there. The blendability isn't there. They don't look as good on your eye as they look in the pan. I was so unhappy. This is the Wild Greens palette, and I happened to find it at TJ Maxx. It was on sale for $14.99, and I'm still thinking I got ripped off. What was it originally, about $34, something like that? What's going on with Urban Decay? You know, ever since the lady left, that was real edgy and everything. She left and sold the company, and they've gone downhill ever since. I've just, you know, some of their eyeliners I really like, and a couple of their eyeshadows I like, but this palette was a fail for me, and I'm really sad because I wanted to enjoy these shades. I love the packaging, is quite unique, kind of fun. The whole Wild Greens thing with the pot, you know, implying marijuana, you know, I like the whole idea of the whole thing, but it just was a fail for me, and that's just too bad. For mascaras, there's fake Thrive mascaras out there. I mean, there's the one from Milani, which I initially really loved, and then a really, really hot, humid day, I went outside. I was helping with something at work, and I came inside to the air conditioning, and when I went into the restroom to use the restroom, wash my hands, I looked in the mirror and I had these big blobby dings on my eyes from the mascara. So the Milani mascara did not pass the test with leaving dings. It actually melted a little with the heat, and because I have hooded lids, the mascara banged up against my upper lid. So I can't recommend that, and that's too bad, and I've already decluttered that. The other thing is, on Amazon, I thought, oh, if they have Thrive mascara on Amazon, I'll order it from there because the shipping's free. And it's less than if you buy it from Thrive themselves. I got the worst fake. It was so light, it was lightweight tube, and it looked so terrible. It was just a generic mascara. Wasn't hardly any kind of body. And if any of you have bought the Thrive mascara off of Amazon, those are fakes. They come from China, and even the packaging was fake. It wasn't weighty, because the real Thrive mascara is weighty. It's weighty. It's very thick and heavy. And the brush looks like this, and that brush didn't look anything like this. It wasn't a weighty container. The outside packaging didn't look anything like this. It wasn't shiny. It was dull. So it was a fake. And so I reported it to Thrive Cosmetics, and they gave me a 15% off coupon. Big deal, huh? But, you know, I gave them the name of I gave them the link and everything to the people that are faking, but there's a lot of fakes on Amazon for the Thrive mascara. So don't buy your Thrive mascara on Amazon. Buy it from Thrive Cosmetics, because it's the only place you're going to get the real thing. And speaking of, this is pretty much my only mascara, and I just recently purchased this one, and I have it on one side and I have this on the other. This is the False Lash Effect from Lottie London. Lottie London is a brand I'm not real familiar with. I tried something, and I think it was a lipstick or something in the past, and I didn't like it, so I never bought anything else from them. But this False Lash Effect mascara is really nice. It makes almost as big a lash as the Thrive. I have it on this side, and it's a very controllable wand and brush. It does not smear, it does not flake, it does not ding. It's a really wonderful mascara. And if you're going to not pay the money for the Thrive mascara, I would say this is just almost as good. It doesn't give quite as long a lash, but it gives you a really good thick lash, and it's pretty close. Nothing has come to this. I love this mascara, and I will now only buy it from Thrive Cosmetics. These are my only two mascaras. I have no others in my collection. And because every 3 months I do get rid of them. I don't play around with hygiene, especially around my eyes. I think that, you know, it's something you should really think about. So this is the Lottie London, these names, Fake Lash Effect Mascara, and they ain't kidding. It really does look false lashy. I think it's a great mascara. So, and for the money, definitely worth it. I think it was $7 or $8. You can get that on Amazon. So I definitely, you know, recommend it. But Thrive Cosmetics, this mascara is the best. It's still the best. It's still my favorite. And I will probably just buy this from now on until somebody else proves me wrong. MAC, what is MAC doing with this wash, this mascara wash? What are they doing? MAC is just, they've gone off the rails. Ever since they got sold to one of the mothership companies that I don't like, their stuff has just gone downhill. Now this mascara revitalizer, you're supposed to, in the middle of the day, if your mascara looks like it's kind of dried up or worn off or whatever, you're supposed to take this mascara from MAC and run it through, and it's supposed to revitalize your mascara and make your mascara look awesome again. I saw one review where they said it worked, but I thought it costs as much as a regular mascara. Why wouldn't I just bring my mascara to work and throw that on if I really feel it's important? I don't know. That was bizarre. really bizarre. I don't know. I did get the new release. I think this is Opal from, this is on the summer collection. And I haven't really purchased a lot of makeup this month. I've been studying all of my Native American history stuff. I've been watching videos, educational videos. I've been reading books, which has been very hard because it's hard for me to sit and read a book. I actually had to record a book as an audio tape in order for me to get it. You know, I'm speaking it, I'm reading it, and I've got it on there to listen to it again. It's very detailed. It's about the boarding school problem, and that was kind of an interesting, it's been so interesting there. And I did go to a powwow. I went to a powwow a weekend or two ago.
Nice trick ending, guys. I like that. Great dancing. Down to our boys' humble spirit.
And it's just so wonderful to go to one of these events, even if you're not a Native American person. It's a very welcoming, good vibe. The music's really nice. It's very uplifting and healing. And the vendors sell awesome jewelry. You know, I always get a new pair of earrings when I go to a powwow. And you meet your seller too. It's not like on Amazon where everything's coming out of China and you don't know where your stuff is or even if it's real. If you're actually purchasing from somebody at a powwow, you see the person, you see the turquoise, you see the quality of silver, it's in your hand, you know that it's good stuff and it's not, you know, cheaply made by some 7-year-old in China. So I'm becoming a little bit more radical, and I think lately I just haven't been that into makeup. I know it sounds weird if I just went through this big barrage of makeup, but I've been more interested in decluttering and self-help, good attitude, the minimalist stuff. I get my little shopping thrill from Belinda. She is pretty and flawed. She goes through all the different stores and looks at things, and it's like you're with her. You know, she's looking at, she's like, I like this dress. Do they have it in my size? And you feel like you're with her. Like, yeah, I see it. You know, and you're kind of like shopping along with her. She goes through all the stores, Home Goods and TJ Maxx and Walmart and Dollar Tree, and you know, she goes through different ones. And looks at interesting different things each time. So you really feel like you're shopping with somebody. It's like a friend you're shopping with. And it's kind of a guilty pleasure for me. And I've been very busy at work. It's a busy season for funerals. Okay. People who have had their parents' cremation urns on their TVs have decided they want to bury them all this month. So I've been very busy at work. And I've been baking a lot. I've been doing a lot of stuff, you know, on the side. I have a lot of hobbies, and I do a lot of traveling and stuff on the weekends. So, again, I apologize for not uploading a little more often and a little sooner, but, you know, I have been busy, and I'm hoping that this series that I put out on the Indigenous folks will be interesting for you and educational. And I hope all of you have had a wonderful couple of weeks. Hope you're keeping cool and enjoying the outside, enjoying people, enjoying life, staying positive. And I will see you probably in a week or so with a new video. And thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate you out there. And thank you. A few of you wrote to me and said, "Where have you been? Are you okay? Is everything all right?" And I mean, that's just so touching to me that, you know, you cared enough to write about that. Thank you so much. That's really nice of you. No, everything's fine. Everything's fine. So, on that note, I do wish you all a wonderful week.